Well, hi folks, welcome to another episode of Pete's Kitchen Garden. It's the 17th of April. Quite a nice day actually. It's clouding up a little bit now, but I've got absolutely loads done out here today. Just quickly take you through the beds. Overwintering garlic, coming along very nicely, and that's the spring garlic next to it. I don't know if you can see very well, but the onions are starting to fire. 6 rows of those. Put the beetroot in. First beetroot to go in the beds. I always put nets over my beetroot because whenever I put anything in, cats tend to come and use it as a toilet. It also keeps the birds off as well until they have decent roots on them. Put those in a few days ago, so they've not germinated yet, but I'm sure they will. Main crop potatoes. Herbs are doing okay. Some the mint there doing okay. Trio of herbs: thyme, chives, and rosemary. I've actually just picked some of those for the Sunday roast, which is cooking away nicely. Some more main crop potatoes there. Strawberry bed. These are doing all right. You know, it's still early in the season yet. If you're wondering what the framework's for, it's so I can put this plastic over if we get any frost. I'll tell you a bit more about frost in a minute. Carrots. They've not started germinating yet, but they've only been in for about a week. I actually had them on a bench. You remember last time, to keep them out of the way of the carrot fly, but somebody's borrowed that bench only for a couple of days, and they've not germinated yet, so don't need to worry about carrot fly. I've set up this little poly sort of grow house. It's actually a sort of full height one if you can stand up in it, but I've only set this up for the potatoes. So just have a quick look inside. The reason I've done this, put them in here, if you remember the last video, they're in the polytunnel, and that'll become apparent in a minute when we go into the polytunnel. The wind's picking up a bit, but they're doing okay. It's still early days, but we had a very, very sharp frost last night, and these were in the greenhouse, covered them in loads of fleece. That one there, the frost's had it. You see it's gone all dry and crispy, which my neighbour Roy tells me it's probably going to kill that particular plant, which is a shame really. I think I'm going to put these in later next year. I always get a bit impatient and tend to do things a bit too early. We'll learn my lesson one day. There's 3 other tubers in there though, so if the rest of them come through, we'll do okay. I'm going to close this up tonight, and well, every night really, until danger of frost has passed. I don't want to lose any more of these. As I say, they were in the greenhouse covered in fleece, and the frost still got them, so I think it's going to be fingers crossed on that one. Pop over to the polytunnel. I've actually done quite a lot in here today. The reason I've moved those potatoes is so I can get these in. My tomatoes. And I'm just going to step back a bit so you can see this frame that I built. Purpose-built frame in action. Doing its job wonderfully. So we've got the 3 cordon variety tomatoes, the Shirleys, and then 3 bush variety. What are these called? Tropical Ruby. The other thing that I've done today is the peppers. So they're all potted up, put them in bigger pots and got the canes in them now. Basically what I'll do if we do get another frost, I say I've got plenty of fleece, so these can be covered over, and actually now for the tomatoes I can use this frame if I need to drape any fleece over there. Everything else is doing alright actually. This kale in the last video, I don't think that this had germinated. That's the Black Magic kale. It's coming along nicely. Spring onions, lettuce, more spring onions and lettuce. did those in sort of 50-50 mixture of seed compost and normal compost. I've been disappointed with seed compost this year though. Nothing I've done in seed compost has grown as well as anything I've just used regular compost for, so I don't know. Leeks still doing alright at the back there. They'll not go out for at least another month yet, than to need them to fatten up a little bit. Cauliflowers, thinned these out this morning. These are the ones I got from Lidl, can't remember the variety. And remind myself what we've got in this one. Oh, that's the red boar kale. And they're doing okay. I thinned a few of those out as well actually. Just at the back of the tomatoes there, now I hope you can see this because it's that bright and sunny at the minute, I can't see a thing, but you probably see there's 2 pieces of gutter in there. I've put my peas in, and basically what I'm going to do with those is, I'll just nip outside and show you, the bed at the back there, that's where the peas are going to go. Well, half of that bed anyway. So all I'll do when these are ready, actually you can see better from here, when these are ready, all I'll do, and I've seen a lot of people do this, wait for them to get, till the frosts have passed and for them to get to a few inches tall, and then I'll literally just slide those out with the gutter in as they are, straight into the ground. I'll probably get the support canes and sort of netting and what have you done in the next, well, there's no rush to be honest, I'll get that done at some point. More lettuce and spring onion. These only went in a few days ago, so we're still waiting for them to germinate. Done them in regular compost, not seed compost. Cucumbers, so I've brought them out into the greenhouse now. Again, if I think we're going to get a frost, I know they're in here, but I'll cover them with some fleece. The frost damaged potato just proves that it can get frost in here. I mean, it hasn't generally been a problem so far this year. But probably shouldn't say things like that. The sturgeons, they're coming up alright. A friend of mine at work actually, I said to him, I'm growing the sturgeons, what's the best way to do them? And he said, don't. Apparently he grew them and it just attracted a load of black fly. But what I might do is see if having these at height, in a hanging basket or something, because these will climb or trail. So I might look into that as a possibility. Oh crikey, that's the basil there, that's going back inside in a minute. We keep basil on the kitchen windowsill, it's quite delicate, we use it a lot, but I've just repotted that into a bigger pot. I think I showed you it in the last video and it was in one of them little square pots. These leeks are doing okay now, despite the fact that I've planted these ones in shallow seed trays, and ideally they need to be in a pot like the other ones I've done, so that there's room for the roots. They are looking alright, and well, I don't know, we'll see. I've got loads of leeks, I've got these, and I've probably got about 50 in the other pot, so I'm not worried if these don't work out, but I don't know, they seem alright at the minute. And Calabrese, I thinned those out this morning as well, so they're absolutely flying along. Now what I have done is, if you remember the last video, I had some onions in this polytunnel border at the bottom. Well, I've taken those out, to be honest, because I've got loads of onions out there, and this space here where I had lettuce and beetroot, I really need that for my cucumbers. So I've left the row radish in there because they'll be ready in a couple of weeks. I'm not worried about them, but I dropped a clanger basically. I should have just left this bed free for when the cucumbers are ready to go in. But what I have done, those lettuce and beetroot, because I don't like chucking anything out, I've moved them. I've transplanted them over here, and at the minute, I mean, they've just been transplanted and watered, so they're looking a bit sorry for themselves, a bit flat. Picked 2 of each lettuce as well, two of the red lettuce and 2 of the green, but they'll be fine. I think they'll come back, they'll soon be stood upright again, and if they don't, it's only a few seeds. I started them off really sort of early as an experiment. I've got my first sort of proper beetroot outside in the ground now, as you've just seen, so I'm sure they will come back. Sure, they'll be fine. That's about it, folks. Just a fairly quick one today. As I say, I've had a good few hours out here today, and it's been absolutely beautiful. So, can't beat it. Back at work tomorrow. Oh well, there you go. So that's it, guys. Once again, thank you for watching. If you like these videos, please do hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back with another update fairly soon. Until then, take care, guys. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.